Hey guys, if you're new here, my name is Deb and I make videos about all kinds of things. I normally do not do these tech type of reviews, so you'll have to bear with me if it's not the type of review that you're used to seeing because I can only think of one or two other times that I've done reviews on tech type objects or devices. So yeah, you never know what you're going to see on this channel. It could be makeup videos, it could be videos about books, it could be hiking videos, it could be cooking videos. I do videos about whatever I feel like doing, so if you've stumbled across this video by accident, just know that going in. Okay, so today I'm going to be reviewing the Peakfun smartwatch, and there is no model number anywhere on this box. So if I was to go on Amazon, which is where I purchased it, I probably would find a model number, but I'm not going to do that because I want to just review the brand and this particular watch because they do make several different ones, but yeah, it doesn't have a model number on the box, so we're just going to review it as a Peakfun smartwatch. I told you this was going to be a different kind of video. Okay, so let me start off by saying that there are more positives than there are negatives about this watch. So let's just get the one negative right out of the way, right off the bat. I never wanted a smartwatch. My husband wanted a smartwatch, and he was talking about placing an Amazon order to purchase this watch, and I said, whoa, hold on, there's a book that I want. So I said, just give me the information, let me find the page on Amazon, and I'll add it to my cart, and I'll order it and go pick it up because I use Amazon lockers. It's just easier to avoid any shipping issues. I have it sent to my local Amazon locker and then I just go pick it up. You get a code and you put the code in to the locker scanner and then you just take the package and you have no interactions with anybody else. You just go in there and grab your package once you get the email that the package has been shipped. It's great. I think I did do a video about Amazon Locker already, so I won't say anything more about that, but I enjoy that. Anyway, so I said to my husband, okay, I'll order the smartwatch and then I can get the book. And for those of you that watch my book videos, if you're curious, the book that I ordered was Son of a Witch, which is the second book in the Wicked series, in the Oz Wicked series. So I will be maybe talking about that in a future video. I haven't started it yet. I'm still reading the first book in that series. But anyways, so this wasn't supposed to be for me. So here's the one negative of this watch. And I am going to tell you all about the watch, but I just want to get the negative out of the way. The reason why this is my watch now and not my husband's is he was not able to pair and sync this with his smartphone. And he read the whole instruction booklet and he played around with it for probably hours, I would say. And after a while he just said, oh, this thing is crap, it's going back. And I was like, uh-oh. He said, what? I said, I ripped all the tape and labels and everything off the cardboard box and put it in the recycle bin because you know how when you recycle cardboard you have to peel all the paper and labels off of it. So I said, I don't think we can return it now because I've destroyed the packaging. He was like, oh, great. So I said, well, you know what? I said, maybe it will pair and sync with my phone. He said, I don't think so. He said, I think this is crap and it's not going to work. But he said, if you want to try it, go ahead. So, yeah, I was able to pair it and sync it with my phone. And we don't have the same smartphone. Our smartphones aren't even the same operating system. So I'm thinking that that might have been part of the issue because his is Android and mine is Apple. So maybe that's why. Now, on the box, it says for system requirement, it says iOS 9.0 or above and Android 4.4 or above. So, you know, those are old systems. So chances are, no matter what you have for a smartphone, you will be able to pair and sync it with it. So it should have been able to pair and sync with his phone, but it wouldn't. Okay, so now that we've got, that's the one negative, that he wasn't able to get it to work, and I did. So let's get into this. All right, so like I said, I never wanted a smartwatch, but now that I have one, I have to admit that I have really been enjoying this. And oh my gosh, there are so many things that this watch can do, and I don't even use all the functions. I mean, there's tons of stuff on here. So let me tell you a little bit about this. So the brand is Peakfun, like it should say in the title of the video. I paid $33.99, and it works via Bluetooth on your smartphone. And there is a charger that comes with it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to stop the video and go get the charger so that I can show you what it looks like. Okay, so it's a USB charger, and the other end of it is, and when you put it on the back of the phone, it will be kind of obvious how it attaches because of the polarity of the magnets. It will only go on one way. So when you take it out of the box and charge it for the first time, it's going to take about an hour and a half to do a full charge on it. And then after that, the charge will last 4 to 6 days before it needs to be charged again. I don't wait that long because I don't want to have to do like a full charge. So I end up charging it when it gets, I don't know, maybe halfway down the charge. So every couple of days I just charge it up so that it's good to go. Okay, so I've got notes here because, trust me, there's a lot to tell you about this, and I don't want to forget anything. All right, so there is in the instructions, there's a thing that you scan, and you scan that, and then it is kind of complicated to set it up. I will say that it took me a while to get through the entire setup process. So you scan this, and once that scans to your phone, then I'll tell you what I ended up doing. I don't think this was the way that it was supposed to go, but when I scanned that picture onto my phone and I would touch it, nothing would happen. What I ended up doing was I searched for the app, because this is supposed to be the app, but I couldn't get that picture to do anything. So what I did was I just looked for the app by the name of it on the Apple store, and then I just downloaded the app onto my phone that way, because I don't know if this scanning thing just didn't work or if I didn't do it right. I don't know what happened, but I ended up just downloading the app onto my phone. And then, like, pairing it and syncing it was not that easy. I couldn't get it to pair or sync either, just like my husband was not able to. And the way that I ended up getting it to work was, after a long time of struggling with it, I said, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut the watch off, I'm going to shut my phone off, and I'm going to reboot both things. And when I did that, boom, it paired, it synced, it was all set. And I was like, oh, thank goodness. Now, if you're not that familiar with electronic devices or Bluetooth, you should know, if you're watching this video, you probably already know this, but I want to give information for other people like me that aren't necessarily tech savvy. But you should know that if you shut your phone off, now you're going to lose your Bluetooth pairing for the watch. So just keep that in mind, that it's going to have to sync again if you shut your phone off, or if your phone and your watch are more than so many feet apart from each other. So just something to keep in mind. Now, when it reconnected, it was nothing I even had to do. It more or less just connected all by itself. When I turned my phone back on, when I put the watch on to wear, once the phone was on and in range, it connected all by itself. I didn't even have to pair it or sync it myself. Okay, and this is something kind of important that I'm going to be jumping all around you guys. I just want to make sure I give you all the information, but it's not going to be in a logical or chronological order. But this is supposed to be waterproof. And the reason why I say supposed to be is because I wouldn't want to test that theory or that claim. So I take this off when I take a shower. And it occurred to me the first day, I said to myself, if I take this off, am I going to lose the data that I have on here for the day because I took it off? No, you won't. It has to be off your wrist for a good amount of time for you to lose the data and have to start over again. And what I'm basically talking about is the steps. You know what? I'm getting all over the place here, so let me go back to my notes. So let me I was going to go off into another area, but it would have made sense to talk about that further into the video. All right, so let's go back to basics here. So here is the watch, okay? It has a touch screen on it. It has a very clear, bright image. I'm very happy with that. You can actually go in and adjust the image if you want to. You can adjust the brightness, and you can adjust the watch surface area. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so touch it to like reactivate it, and then if you swipe it down, see what I mean? You can have like different choices of what you want it to look like. There's a whole bunch of them. So I kind of like that because, you know, different people have different tastes. So that's really cool. And then to get into the functions, what you do is you know, bring it back to life again out of hibernation or whatever, and you swipe sideways to get to the functions. And there is more than one page of functions, so you swipe it up or down to switch pages for the functions. So I'm telling you, there's a lot on here. The band is silicone, and it is very, very comfortable, and it has lots of holes in it. So a child could wear this because you could make it that small, or a very large person could wear this that has a giant wrist. So it is very adjustable, but very comfortable. Okay, so, oh my gosh, where to start? There are so many things on here. You know what? Maybe I should just go in the order of the instruction booklet. Yes, you get an instruction booklet. You do not have to download a manual or a PDF off the internet. You get an actual hard copy for your instruction booklet. One side is in English, the other side is in Chinese because this is a Chinese device. That is what the box looks like. It says made in China on the back. It does not say, remember how I said it doesn't say the model number? It doesn't even say the brand number. I mean the brand name. It doesn't say Peakfun. anywhere on here, which is kind of crazy, but it is what it is. The screen type is 1.3 inches TFT. The battery capacity is 200 mAh. The protection degree is IP67, and I already told you the system requirement. So then there's a barcode, and that is it. That's all there is to the box. And the inside is just this. So the watch and the charger fit in there, and that's just how it comes. There was no bubble wrap or anything around it inside the box, but that's on Amazon. So fortunately, it was functioning properly. It didn't get damaged in shipment. Okay, so yeah, I showed you about swiping on the screen, and oh gosh, there are different sports modes. I don't use any of those. The only thing that I was concerned about was how many steps was I walking in a day, how far did I walk, and how many calories did I burn. The other things I haven't even tried. I haven't even looked at it, so I can't tell you anything about that. Let me get that screen up there for you. So yeah, so steps, distance, and calories burned. That's all I cared about. And that is the one that is, it looks like a dartboard symbol. It's a circle with like stripes around it. So that's how you get to that. And then they have a sleep thing on there, which I haven't tried that out yet, but I'm very curious about that. It says sleep statistics. Enable sleep detection through the app to automatically record sleep data, including total sleep time, deep sleep, and light sleep time. More detailed information analysis and data records can be viewed in the app. So I wanted to wait to do this video so that I could talk about that function, but my memory is not that great, so who knows when I'll remember to actually do that, but it has that capability. And then it has heart rate, blood pressure, and oxygen level. I have used that function, and let's see, to get to that, this is the heart rate, the picture of the heart is your heart rate. The blue one is the blood pressure, and let me just show you one of them, how it works. So you tap the symbol of the blood pressure, and then you tap it again to get it to start taking a reading. We'll find out together if I have high blood pressure. I'm just kidding. I don't right now anyway. If I gain weight or something, then I could have blood pressure, but there it is right there. So that is definitely within normal range, 116/77. So I have normal blood pressure today. I usually do. Like I said, the only time my blood pressure goes too high is if I gain a lot of weight. And then, yeah, so they have heart rate on there, and so that works. And there's a mindfulness decompression section, and basically all that is it's like a timer. So if you want to do meditation, it says breathing exercises can help you release stress effectively for 2 minutes 5 times a day. You can use the mobile app to start a mindfulness decompression reminder period. You know what's funny about this is in the instructions they keep telling you to refer to the app, but I haven't actually used the app to do any of the functions. I can kind of do the functions without even going to the app. So I don't know that you necessarily even need the app, but maybe for the more complicated functions you do. But I plan on using that one too. I haven't used that yet, but I think it's just a timer, so to let you know when your 2 minutes is up. But 2 minutes 5 times a day. You know, it seems to me that would be a way more effective way of doing meditation than the way that I've always done it in the past, because I always used to put it off or procrastinate on meditation because it was like something that was going to take a while, but that makes sense to do it, just do it more frequently and for less amounts of time. So I'm going to try that. Oh, there is one more negative that I forgot to tell you. At the beginning of the video, I said there was only one negative. There's actually two. There's one function on here that I can't get it to work. I don't know why, but the weather function doesn't work. It just, when you go to that on here, it just has little lines. It doesn't give me the weather. And the watch is paired and synced, and there isn't, I'm not sure if that's something that I would have to change on my phone maybe to allow the information to flow through. But yeah, that's the one thing I can't, that doesn't work on there. So there's an alarm, there's a stopwatch. It says that you can play music on there, but I don't know why you would want to control the music functions on your phone if you could just control it on your phone, because you have to leave the phone close enough to the watch to use it anyway. But and then another function that I have used without even trying was, I had a missed call on my phone yesterday, and it showed up on my watch. It also said missed call on the watch, and it had the phone number. And I was like, oh, wow. So that works. There's a section on here where you can look for your phone. Or is it to... It says click on the icon of look for mobile phone to call a mobile phone. Yeah, I don't know about that. Let's see, push message, I already talked about that. Camera control. It says you can control your camera with your watch, but why would you want to? If you're taking a picture with your phone, isn't it in your hand already? So some of these functions don't really make a lot of sense to me. And then I told you that you can control the brightness. You can do a factory reset on the phone if you're having issues with it. Oh, upgrades. As soon as I got everything connected initially, it immediately wanted to do an upgrade. So there was already an upgrade available, so I did that, and it was flawless. There were no problems or anything. There's a drinking reminder on here to remind you to drink water if you're somebody that doesn't drink enough water. It's kind of cool because your wrist vibrates, and then you tap the phone to take it out of hibernation, and it shows you a picture of a glass of water and reminds you to drink. So, and I don't even think I set that up. I think it just did it like all by itself, which is fine. There's a sedentary reminder. It says enable the sedentary reminder through the mobile app. You can set the reminder period, and the watch will remind you to get up and move. I don't have that set up because I move around a lot throughout the day anyway, so I don't need to be reminded. But for somebody who works in an office or sits at a desk or works from home and sits at the desk all the time, they might need to be reminded of that, so that's cool. Dial settings. Through the mobile app, you can replace the massive dials at will, and you can also customize the settings to edit photos and send them to the watch synchronously. That's not a word, is it? Synchronously? So yeah, haven't done that. And then it talks about that it's waterproof, but yeah, I wouldn't want to test that theory. I wouldn't want to take a chance of getting my watch wet, and why risk it, Using Quick View. With Quick View, you can check the time or the message from your phone on your smart bracelet without, it says taping, but they probably mean tapping. Just turn your wrist towards you and the time screen will appear for a few seconds. Oh, I've been tapping it, so let's see. Okay, I'm twisting my wrist and nothing's happening, so that's not true. Environmental conditions, optimum temperatures. Okay, so it doesn't operate over 140 degrees. I don't think it's ever been 140 degrees on the planet. So what would 140 degrees be like? Maybe in a sauna or something? I don't know. And then it doesn't work if you go below -4. It has been -4 where I live, believe it or not. So that's good to know. Don't go outside with it on if you live in a super cold climate. Then they talk about the size of it and disposal and recycling. This is a rechargeable battery. I assume that it's lithium. Let's see if it says. It doesn't say if it's lithium or not, but it's a rechargeable battery, so dispose of the watch and the battery properly when it has reached its lifespan. Because it's a rechargeable battery, it should last a long time, but I only paid $33, so if it lasts me a couple of years, I'll feel like I got my money's worth out of it. But I really, really am enjoying this watch. And if you have any specific questions, I will try to answer them if I can, but just know I'm not a tech person and I haven't used some of the functions on here, and I probably won't use some of the functions on here. So, yeah, I think hopefully I covered everything. Let me just check my notes. Okay, just checked my notes and I hit every mark and told you about every single thing that has to do with this watch. I hope you enjoyed this video. Something different, huh? If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to be subscribed to a channel where you never know what you're gonna see in your subscription box. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.